Okay, my fellow Americans, look, here's the deal. We have 4 elements of the battle plan to legally, peacefully, ethically, and financially defeat Donald Trump, Mike Pence, and the entire Republican Party and their extremist policies. How do we do it? Well, there's other videos. Look me up on YouTube, Albert Torcaso, Torcaso. Like me on places, or look me up on Twitter at Real Albert T. Okay, you can also friend request me, which I will accept. On Facebook. But today I want to concentrate on one area of the bottle plan. No, not a bottle. The battle plan. That's the financial end. That will stop Donald Trump and every member of any Congress, whether they're Democrat or Republican. It will stop them in their tracks. Literally overnight, really. Here's what we can do. We can beat them. We can defeat them in one of 2 ways. Or both. But here's the one way. We march on Wall Street in the masses. I'm talking about 200,000 to 500,000 to 100 million Americans marching through the entire city of New York. But it has to be done 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. during the weekdays of Monday through Friday. Now, what will that mean? It means Wall Street can't do their business. That will literally be billions of dollars, or who knows how much, that they will lose that very day. Now, it would also affect them, because if that happens and Wall Street gets shut down, economies around the globe are going to see that. And what happens if 1 million people in China decide to do the exact same thing during business hours, or in Japan, or in Britain? Yeah. Or we march on Washington during the weekdays. Or we march on multiple cities. Let's call it a National Marchers Day or something to that effect. But during the week, during business hours. Now that's the one massive, instantaneous way we legally, peacefully, ethically get Trump and Pence out of there, and the Republicans to do the will of the American people, and to have what a Republican president said: government of, by, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Well, let me give you a news flash. It has. And it's now of, by, and for the extreme wealthy, of, by, and for the corporations, of, by, and for the industries. It doesn't have to stay that way. We can make Lincoln's words a reality. Government of, by, and for the people. But it's going to take you listening. So, we already know the protest. That would stop them in their tracks. Now, this will take a wee little bit longer. But you can do this right now, this very moment. Simply reduce your spending every week for at least a year by $50. $50 per American out of the economy, possibly forever. Now let me tell you what that will do. We get 1 million people, that's $50 million out of the economy. Okay? Doesn't sound like that, but $50 million out of the economy for that particular week. Doesn't sound like much, right? If we get 10 million to do the same, that's $500 million out of the economy. Now, doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you figure that's billions and billions, or it's actually a lot more than what I said. But what if we get 100 million Americans doing this every week? $50 out. Or more if you can afford to do more. Do you know that will shut down America's economy? And on the bad side of it, yeah, we're going to suffer for a little bit. It is. But very, very, very temporarily. Because I promise you, we do this for 1 week, just literally 1 week. On a massive scale, maybe 10, 15, or 20 million people, reducing by $50. And Trump will be impeached like that. They'll find a way. And the Republicans will do the will of the people like you've never seen. So will the Democrats, because we own them. And I don't mean that in the mean master-slave kind of thing. I don't even like using those terms, but it is true. You see, government and business does not exist without the people spending money. And a lot of these people, on both sides, their money is their God. So when we no longer are giving them as much money, it's like a person that's a drug addict or any kind of addict. If they're addicted to money, if money is their God, if money is their addiction, and we take away their money, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to need that fix. So in order to get that fix, they got to appease us. They got to accept our demands. And we will have them unconditionally surrender. Now, we will do it legally. We will do it peacefully. We will do it ethically. And, of course, most importantly, financially. But there will be unconditional surrender. They will do the will of the people. And if they do not, the will of the people will keep them from having money. Now, you don't think this can work. Every day that you are alive, you spend money in some way. Just reduce it by $50 every week or more. If you don't have that much, reduce it by $1 a week. Reduce it by $5 a week. Whatever you can. And you can find a way. Anybody that says they can't, believe me, even if it's only 50 cents less, it's something. Do it. And you will see that you will have the greatest job in terms of income you ever had. You will have the greatest career that you ever had in terms of benefits. You see, because when they need us more than we need them, they cannot defeat us. That's why we do it legally, peacefully, ethically, and financially. So, you want a better life? You want to be able to get a better job and have more money? Better health care, whatever it is? Take that $50, put it away, and never spend it again per year. For a whole year. And every single week, you have to write down that $50. So in other words, real quickly, let's say that you started on the week of the 28th of February. For that $50, you mark down that you can't use it until February the 28th, 2018. And even at that, you only want to use 30%. And that means that 70% of that money that you put in on February, the $50 that you put in February the 28th, 2017, 30% of that can be removed and used for whatever you want in a year from that date. 30%. That 70% stays there forever. It's yours. Or whoever you want to use it on. But for at least a year, this economy doesn't get it. The following week, let's say March the, I don't know, we'll make up one. We'll say March the 5th. That $50 cannot be used till the following March, that exact date. And again, only 30%. By doing this, every single American, by doing this, it doesn't matter where you are in the political spectrum, you do this, and anything you've ever desired our nation to do in terms of government, or to not do in terms of government, it will happen. Look, I'll make one more video, And it will be even shorter than this. We're going to do this, America. You start reducing today.